The Tao Daily Tarot just around the corner. Here's a little heads up for you. The overall energetic reading on this is flexible. Be flexible between now and the Lionsgate new moon, August the 8th. You have decisions. Flexibility is what you need to move forward through the rest of 2021. I'll have details for you coming up just a moment. Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Daily Tarot. Thank you very much for being here, whether you're a first-timer, long-timer, cross-watcher. You are always safe here. You have a home right here. Thank you very much. Alrighty, very quickly, to the first-timers, let me tell you what separates this tarot reading from other tarot readings. First of all, it's archetypal. I take a look at the images on the card. Generally, I only do 8 cards, sometimes as many as 10. The vice versa deck is where I pull from. In fact, basically, the tarot reading consists of 8 cards out of 4 decks. I want nice variety, but a very tight read. I do not predict, I read frequencies. Here's why. When you get into predicting or leaning in the prediction direction, what you are doing is you are giving your power to something else, somebody else. Something has to happen. Somebody's got to do this. And you are giving your power away. With frequencies, which is what I read, it's an energetic weather report, literally. Think of a weather report, but just put energies in there. The energies of coming, going, pushing, pulling. When you get an energy weather report, you are getting a list of the frequencies that are operating right now. And you respond to those frequencies just as you would to a weather report. If you know that the weather's going to be lousy today, you're going to prepare for it. If you know that the weather's going to be gorgeous today, well, you don't have to prepare so much, but you know how to handle things. And that's why I don't predict. I use frequencies. The frequencies resonate differently with every single person. I give you control. I also do something called the hyper shuffle, and I try to get the read in about a 10-minute window, sometimes 11, sometimes 12, but no more than that. Again, with the Tao, more is not always better. So here we go. I talked about the hyper shuffle. Let me show you. And there you go. There is the hyper shuffle for today. So let's get to today's Tao Daily Tarot Energetic Weather Report reading. And we begin with the Oracle card, Flexible. And you notice that 19 right there. 9 and 1 equal 10. Get rid of the 0, it's a 1. Flexibility. We have the Lionsgate new moon coming up on the 8th of August. I think that is going to be the beginning of a race to the end of the year, if you will. Yeah, the race will begin right around Lionsgate. See, up to this point in the 2021, you've done a lot of prepping, figuring out, okay, how do I get more control of my life? How do I get my life back? How do I bring more joy, more passion to my life? And you've done a lot of thinking and feeling about it. But you know you're at the starting gate of some brand new adventure. But to begin, you have to be flexible in mind, body, and spirit. Certainly mind and spirit, there's no question about that. So be flexible. That is the overriding theme here. We move now to the energies of coming and going. 2 of Swords, which is really 2 Ace of Swords crossed at the heart, and this individual is blindfolded. And you see right behind them this big body of water. Yeah. And they're sitting on land, or standing as the case. I think it's sitting. Got the moon in the background. I mean, you got this whole panorama. So basically, as I was saying, first half of this year, you've been doing a lot of thinking and feeling, and you can see that by the water. Now, we got the swords, 2 Ace of Wands, but crossed at the heart. Again, the connection between what you think and what you feel. Add to that the moon, and I'm thinking that's Lionsgate, right? I'm thinking that you're going to have to make a decision, or will make a decision around Lionsgate. It's time to move. You know it. You can feel it. pick it up and run with it. What you're going for in your life is justice. It's real simple. A nice balance of things, because there has not been balance in your life for a while. And that being the case, it's made everything just so much more difficult. And with justice, there is an element of the past and the present affecting the future, because you're trying to balance as that person is there with the cup and the sword. You're trying to find justice. And that's really what you're kind of, in a manner of speaking, kind of going for in your life. Let me find a balance. Let me find justice. Okay, fairness. And that's what you're going after. And speaking of two Ace of Swords, here we got another Ace of Swords. So at this point, between now and I think the Lion's Gate, you're doing a lot of thinking anyway. There is some missing piece of information. It may not be big, doesn't have to be earth-shaking, but there's some piece of information, some conversation with somebody else or yourself. A lot of people talk to themselves. I do all the time. And so there's some revelation that is coming your way, and I'm anticipating it's going to be around the Lion's Gate. And once you get that additional piece of information, you are off and running. Here we go with the Chariot. Here you have opposing forces, but you are in control. You can determine where you are going. In fact, that's your job, right? So you're looking for ambition, willpower, focus. But before any of that happens, you have to be flexible, probably more intellectually than emotionally, although I might apply that as well to your life. Stay flexible for another week or so till the Lion's Gate hits, and I think around that time you will get your answers that you need to begin your journey to the rest of 2021. Right here we have the magnifier card. It is the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands is very much a future-oriented card. Looking forward to the future with enthusiasm, with passion, with excitement. You see, this person is looking off into the distance. The sun is rising. He is looking at his ship coming in or going out or whatever. But he's positive, he's enthusiastic and hopeful. And that's pretty much where you find yourself. Although, for some, it's a scary place these days, actually having hope. And then, of course, we move to the Knight of Wands, or King of Wands, excuse me. That is the other magnifier card. And again, here we have two wands together. The future, hope, positivity. Bringing back some excitement, some enthusiasm into your life. I've had a lot of chance to talk to people, and it just, this past year and a half has been really tough on them, and they still have not recouped. That's why it is time to be flexible before you move forward, probably again at the Lion's Gate new moon. That will be on the 8th of the month. Now let's go to the vice versa cards. Here we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is a slow night, very slow night. Doesn't move quickly, but does make it to the finish line. And at this point, because the card is reversed, this knight is looking at what he values. What's important to him? What's really important? Because things that have been important, not so much important now. And he's looking into the future, to the horizon, over the mountains, going, okay, what do I want my future to be like? What do I value in my future? And the final vice versa card, also in reverse, is the Two of Pentacles, the dance of change. And this concept really is covered by this. Flexible. Be flexible. Because the dance of change says what was important probably is not important anymore. And I got to balance things. I got to make a choice. I have to make a choice for my future. I see a much better future. I see a more interesting future, a happier future. But I got to weigh, I got to balance. And the only way that I can do that is be flexible, spiritually, emotionally, and if it helps, physically as well. So between now and Lionsgate, flexibility, I think, might be the key situation here for you to focus on. And that's it. Hey, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Also, every time that you come to this to this site to take a look at the latest tarot reading. If you subscribe, you get it every day in your YouTube lineup. But when you come here, please hit like. Very important for the folks at YouTube to know that you like and appreciate what I'm doing. I'm trying to build this channel. I'm depending on you. You have been stellar. I thank you for it. So, that is the reading for today. Between now and the next time you and I talk tarot together, remember, I do a brand new read every single day, 365. The next time you and I do this together, blessings.